Good morning, commodities traders. Welcome back to technical analysis on natural gas, UNG, US dollar, oil, gold, and silver. So we'll be looking at their support and resistance levels as well as the most likely scenario price to be heading into later next week. And if you guys learned anything, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get started. So we're looking at natural gas on the 8-hour time frame, and currently looks like we broke this support. So our weekly higher low that we might make, our very first weekly uptrend is out of the picture now. So now bears are back in control, and we are just looking back to back testing where we kind of broke out from. And if your chart looks different than mine, make sure to click this B80J. It's adjusted for the contract gaps, and so it'll look like my chart. And you can see this is where we kind of had these triple tops resistance before we broke out, and when we finally broke out, we got this move here. And now we're back testing that area. Although bulls have not showed up yet at all at this spot, so we don't want to say that they're gonna, magically show up at this moment because they haven't. But we do have some support in this zone, so let's see if bulls show up Monday. Let's take a look at the hourly chart here. Handle that at this moment. Nope, not even a slight bounce here, and we'll see if they do show up. But at this moment, we are slightly oversold a little bit on the hourly. You can see the hourly RSI is 27, but that doesn't mean anything because this can still drill all the way down here, and it won't matter that much for commodities because commodities can be oversold for a very long time and overbought for a very long time. And so, yeah, so this is pretty much the spot. Once the bulls play defense, because pretty much this is where we broke out from. Last thing we want is we broke out from this range and then come all the way back and then break below it again. So that would be a red flag if we do break below that again. We'll see. And currently, we go back to the 8-hour EMA 12 acting as resistance again. You can see this tail looking line. You can see the support bounce, support bounce, support bounce, support bounce. And once we broke below it, resistant rejection there, another rejection there. It's like ever that, but another rejection, and this is a very clear rejection again right there at that spot. So we'll use AR EMA 12 as our resistance guy for full bear control. As long as bears keep trending down like that, they will have full control on the downtrend. So currently we're in the AR downtrend, 4-hour downtrend, daily downtrend, everything downtrend at this given moment. So we don't want to be fighting the trend until maybe we see an hourly uptrend. The bare minimum that I want to see for bulls even showing up. So if we do get an hourly uptrend here, then I'm looking back to see if they can break above the 8-hour EMA 12. So let's say we get a bounce here, get an hourly uptrend, and then test the 8-hour EMA 12 and then reject again, and that's another fail. So, or if we start getting 1-hour uptrends and then we break out above the 8-hour EMA 12, and then when we start bouncing, the 8-hour EMA 12 now acts as support and bouncing off of it, then that's a good sign that we may start to come back up to test the higher area of this range. But now we don't need our first step. We don't even have any of that. So let's see if the bulls can give us that hourly uptrend. All right, UNG, similar idea. We're coming back to back test this area, which is the same area as this area for natural gas. So pretty much they want to bounce here. You can see there's a double bottom as well. And if we do bounce from this area where bulls should show up here. I mean, there's no shoulds, but they need to show up because this is where they broke off from. And we will bounce from here if natural gas bull shows up. So let's see if they can do that as well. Similar idea. Give me an hourly uptrend, bare minimum, and for us to have anything. And if you guys want to learn more about techno analysis, feel free to go to my Patreon link. It's in the YouTube comment below. And see, there's a 15-minute free call. If you guys want to know more about it, just book that free call and we can talk more about it. All right, let's take a look at the US dollar. So still in the equilibrium, no change for me yet. See, big move up, big move down, big move up, big move down. And all the moves, in equilibrium just means the moves with it. It's within the prior move. So the next move means it's smaller than the prior move. This is what it is, and it's still tightening. And you can see this next bounce here, we haven't broken above this prior pivot. So it's still tightening up. So pretty much we will get probably a break. I say probably maybe closer to like end of July. Who knows? This may just skyrocket up and break it next week. But for all we know, we have an FOMC meeting close to the end of the July, and this may just tighten up until then. Maybe even let's see. Yeah. Right. Let's take a look at oil. Not much change either from the Tuesday video. So we did slightly poke above this longer term resistance here. That doesn't mean that much to me. This is the resistance. I mean, we were up here as well. So these tiny ranges are more of a visual guide. You can see, but this one's a lot more clear for sure. The support bounce off there like 10 times. You can see this is another one here. Rejection. Got close to it, got above it, but rejected again here. And zoom in a little here. Kind of got above it, and it's sort of like back testing it, right? It's, you know how we talk about breaking a resistance, and now you want to see active support. That's what it's currently doing right now. But that break above isn't that. Ideally, you want to see something like that, where you break above and then back test and then bounce. But this is like above, and you come back below and try it twice. So I mean, technically, you could say it's acting as support, right? You can see two lower wicks once we broke above it, and we closed above it. So yeah, we'll just say it is what it is. It's back testing and it's holding. So as long as it holds above here, and we bounce, then get a big bounce out of it, then I'll say it's a breakout. But at this moment, we can just as easily come back and flush into it. So keep an eye on watch here on this level. See what happens. So it was more like this. You know how you come out here, you break out, and then you back test, and now you can see all these lower wicks acting as support. But this is kind of like just you poke above and thing there at this moment. We have a clear range, double top on Friday and Thursday. So if it breaks above that double top, it will likely get a little bit of a move. Get a move probably closer to this 80.8 zone. And break below, we're probably going to come back and test this 78.8 zone. Gold still perfectly in that triangle that we drew on Tuesday or last week. So yeah, still trading in it. So no surprises here. As long as the gold bulls hold above this 2287 zone and gets rejected from this downtrending line, we know where it's going to be traded. But it's getting pretty tight. We could break out of this pretty soon in the next couple of days or weeks. A very clear support and resistance level right here. So no fake outs here. And silver, similar idea. And talked about where if gold drops, then silver is going to drop, obviously. And our next support level was here, which we drew together for months, I think. Support. And when we came back to it, it looks like an active support again. And resistance. Now we will see which way silver is going to break out of this tightening range. So gold and silver just tightening up until it decides to break out from it. So if let's say gold gets a bear break here, silver will very likely get a bear break and come down to test this 27.3 zone. Get a bull break out of this, then they'll probably come up to test this 2387, and silver will likely be closer to. Actually, silver probably be closer to resistance or closer to up here, depending on how volatile it wants to go. Because usually silver is a lot more volatile than gold, so it probably might come up to this level or this level. All right. Give the comment if you got any questions, and for you guys, and have a great rest of you guys this weekend. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday.